gosh, you guys. So this is the Day Show podcast. I want to just talk about right now I'm gonna talk about anything. Toni Braxton, she's like breaking my heart. No pun intended. Um, I was on Instagram and I was just scrolling through and she was saying she was partnering with like something, some health organization or pill or something, or I don't know, something. Whatever that was, it was their Instagram. They hadn't like posted since like February, and there was only one post. So I was like, "What is this?" She's partnering with, but it's about kidney health, and she was like, "As you know, or you might not know this, but my kidneys, my lupus is affecting my kidneys now." And I forgot her lupus. I forgot lupus. Or maybe I thought lupus, or maybe I just didn't realize lupus. There's different types of lupus, and her lupus. I do remember her always saying her lupus attacks can attack any organ in her body, which is heartbreaking and exhausting. It has to be exhausting. But she was like, her lupus is now attacking um, her kidneys. And it's like, oh Lord, we can't live without like kidneys. Like that's the I'm not even gonna go there. But if we know kidneys are a vital importance to living, which is so weird if you think about it being a human. But never mind, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But I was just like so sad. And so it's like, oh, it really like broke my heart for a moment. I was just like, oh gosh, like, oh no, not attacking her kidneys. And then I'm um looking at some other stuff to talk about besides Patti LaBelle. I was looking at some other stuff to talk about. And I come across this article talking about she almost had a heart attack or something like that. Or she did have a heart or something with her heart. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on with Toni Braxton? So she was on the Today Show, and she was talking about how I think the lupus might have attacked her or was gonna attack her heart, but she had ended up having a a procedure to fix it or something like that, and she just like on this hey you guys, worry about your health situation, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But it's just like, oh, Toni, I'm so sad. And I remember a couple of weeks, not even a couple, like a couple months ago, like literally like late last year in the fall or like early this year, she was doing some interview and they were like, is new music coming? And she's like, no. She's like, she was like, no new music is coming. And I'm like, okay, like I'm not mad, but I'm just like, okay. And then she ends up telling Hoda and Jenna on the Today Show that, yeah, in a couple of months, some new music is coming. So I'm like, okay, that'll be interesting. I just want to say Toni's album, her last album sucked. It sucked. I don't know what happened, where she was coming from. Oh, it was during the pandemic. That's where that was. I remember that. During in 2020, she dropped that album. Why do I sound sick all of a sudden? But I do have to say, uh, Sex and Cigarettes, incredible album. Love that album. But what's this album called? But she just had like corny songs. Dance. I'm just like, why are you singing a song called Dance, Toni? Spell My Name. That's what it was. I like literally only like two songs off of that album. It's a cute cover. Look at the cover. Cute cover. cute name. She is older. She was talking about, and I was thinking like, oh, she was talking about touring on Jenna and Hoda, and she was like, I can't really tour like I used to. Um, so I'm guessing, that last tour she gave us was pretty much the last one. But she's like, I can do like one off, a couple dates here and there, which is it's unfortunate and it's like sad. It's unfortunate. Do It was really good. Gotta Move On was kind of cute. The rest of this album, it's a no for me, dog. Who is she under? Island Def Jam or Island Records? I don't even know. Who the hell is this? I don't even know. But what was I saying? I don't know. I'm up for new Toni Braxton music if it's gonna be good. I don't need no dance. I Gotta Move On did pretty well. I think it was like number one, right? Or the remix was. Yeah, number one. Okay, so I guess I was the only one that didn't like it. But yeah, it's just sad to like see like her health kind of take over and her health. I don't know. I don't know. What am I trying to say about Toni Braxton? I don't know. Oh, one thing I do know is I don't know where they were, but they were backstage somewhere very, very like the other day. Backstage somewhere. Wait, I don't know. Oh, New York, New York. Okay, they are in New York. Because I'm like, where was. Because Sherry. Okay, I'm thinking Sherry tapes in LA, but I think Jennifer Hudson tapes in LA. I think. Yeah. I think Jennifer Hudson tapes in LA. And I was thinking Patti was on Jennifer, but she was on Sherry Shepherd for her birthday. Looking, let me pull it up. Looking absolutely divine. Absolutely, like, come on. Look at her. Look at her. Like, this wig, first of all, the suit. Patti always is in a freaking beautiful suit. Oh, not that picture. She's in a beautiful. I love when Patti puts on a suit. Patti puts on a suit. She loves herself a little, suit. And I love that she loves herself a suit. Even look, all the Jennifer. This one was a little extravagant. But this suit, look, she looks amazing. And then this wig is like reminiscent of like 2004, 2005, no, 2005, 2006, of the classic moments era, that long-ish wig. Patti, look at that lady. Look at her. Is it gonna go zoom in? Just zoom in for me. I don't know if it is. She just looks amazing. Her makeup is like a little harsh, but it was done. She looks amazing. Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, so she walked out and she kind of seemed like a little nervous. I don't know. She seemed slightly nervous. Um, One thing, okay, she talked about Priscilla and that dude mooning her on stage and how she almost she didn't she like I think she threw her like microphone at him or something, or she swung at him. I swear, like literally, I feel like the last like where are we 2013, the last like 12 years have been real. Patty's had like some very interesting moments on stage. Like I feel like none of this stuff has ever happened, or I don't remember, in the headlines stuff like this happening. Um, like her mooning and throwing up and bombs. It's like this is like ridiculous. But she looked really good. She looked really good. Oh wait, okay. So she's talking to Sherry, and she was eating with Rocco. First of all, the Sherry team didn't even tag her on Twitter. They didn't even tag her in the post of like who's gonna be there, and her face was like the first face there on Monday, and they didn't even tag her. I was just like, what is this? And then I think they ended up giving her own post a couple hours later. I was just like, you know what? Never mind. She was with Rocco Despirito, and he was cooking, she was eating with Jamal Murray. And she ended up revealing something so crazy that I was just like, wait, what? She said her son, one of her adopted sons, she ended up clarifying, used to date Michelle Obama, and Michelle Obama would come to the house and Patti would cook and she would eat. And I was like, why haven't we heard about this before? I have never heard that story before. Let me know if you have heard that before, because I'm like, where is that coming from? I've never heard Patti LaBelle say that before. And what, Obama was in like 2008 until now. So that was a good, what, like 15-ish years. Has it been 15 years? Okay, maybe, yeah. So I'm just like, where is this? Like, I've never heard it. She said, Dodd, or is it Stacy? One of them. Now, is this the dude that? Wait, let me see. First of all, I was like, wait, when did? I was like, when did? Okay, maybe it was Dodd. No, I think she said Stacy. I was like, when did Zuri? When did Zuri date Michelle Obama? And then she said no, it was Stanley Stalker. Okay, which one? Okay, so was this the dude? Wait, let me see. Okay, stop, please. Which son was it that got into that like Republican gay controversy a couple years ago that she was like kind of denounced? No, she didn't denounce it necessarily, but she was just like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Um, let me see. I love him. Take the high road. Yeah, okay. Which one? Wait, is this the same son? I love you. Forgave Holt. Nephew. Bill. Okay, no. It's not him. It's not him. Okay. I thought that was the dude. Okay, so it's not him. Okay, what else did she say? I'm surprised people don't remember that, because it was all over TMZ when she like swung at that when she swung at that dude for mooning her on stage, and she was like, "Can you not moon me?" And then he ended up mooning her. And people were like, when did this happen? I'm like, y'all don't remember this happening? This was like during her Dancing with the Star era. You know what I found? I was watching her interview. I think it was like right after she did Dancing with the Stars, and she was on I think it was like Fuse they did it, but Dan Rathers. And she's talking about how she didn't like doing Dancing with the Stars, but she did it anyway. And I think she said like she was trying to get out of it before she even started it, but she was like, "Oh, I'm already here. I might as well just go ahead and do it." And that was funny. Okay, back to Sherry. Patty's French is very good. Her voulez-vous coucher avec moi? She sounded very beautiful saying that. 50 years, right? We're at the 50-year mark of Lady Marmalade. I'm just trying to like kind of catch up with Patti LaBelle news. Okay, that didn't work that well. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Or next year? Maybe next year is 50 years. I don't know. I can't keep up. Um, what else? I think that's all I want to say. Oh, new music. Like I said, I don't really care about the new music. Give it to us if you like, if you must. Her touring. It's funny when everybody. I feel like it's like this weird same script they always read when they talk about the press. I mean, her going on tour when like she goes to these different like outlets and going on tour. She's like, well, she kind of. I feel like nowadays she hasn't toured as much as she normally does. I don't know what that's about. Maybe she is like, she does do like little like TV stuff, and I guess she is working on this album that we don't necessarily need, but give it to us if you must, Miss LaBelle. Um, yeah, but yeah, I feel like she normally is touring like a lot, but now it's like I think the next tour dates are in a couple of weeks in May, and there's probably like 5 or 6 more after that. That's on her website at least. But one tour date she is going to is next year. Her and Michael McDonald, Michael Bolton, not Bolton. I keep forgetting. Yeah, Michael McDonald, right? That I keep forgetting, dude. Wait, it'll probably pop up. They're going on a cruise. Michael McDonald. Okay, so they're probably saying, wait, is that what he looks like? He looks really good. So they're probably saying, I was only a one night only. I thought they were gonna seem like a couple of days from Miami to Niasses. This is April 10th of 2024. This is cute. This is a little cute moment. Michael McDonald and Patty. I feel like they should have sang what's the name? What's the song called? On My Own by now together. I feel like I literally think they've only sung it like 3, 4 times. Wait. Okay, so there's one with like the Jill Scott. Wait, no. There was one, I think, for her something in the mid 2000s and the early 2000s on BET, right? And then there was that late 90s one right before When a Woman Loves, when she sounded a mess. She really did. She didn't sound that great on that performance. Um, the Arsenio Hall, and then the like original, maybe a couple original times on the Johnny Carson show. So they literally sang their number one song like 4 times in their career, which is funny. Um, Nothing recent, which is interesting. It'd be very interesting to see how they recently would sing on my own. Um, but like, I want more out of a Patti LaBelle interview. Patti, can I interview you, please, if you're listening to this? I want to talk about Bud Ellison. I want to talk about the Sweeties. I really want to talk about Bud Ellison and how how Bud, like just how did that happen with him gravitating towards her and going towards her when they went solo and Bud, um, producing a lot of her music, literally like producing a lot of her music. Was that like contractually? Was that just like off of the quote unquote vibes? Like how was he able just to like produce the music, be her music producer, I mean her music director, her MD, am forgetting words. Um, but yeah, I think that's all I want to say. Other than, they always talk about Lady Marmalade. They talk about her cooking with somebody. Like, okay, nobody cares. We heard this for like 50 years now. I feel like there is so much more to talk about Patti LaBelle than Richard Pryor buying her a Mercedes. Like, oh my gosh. If I have to hear that story one more time, I have to hear like the Rolling Stone story about her cooking and then the fashions. It's just like, okay, there's so much more to this lady. She's been here for almost 78, 79 years. And we want to keep talking about um the same stuff over and over. Whatever. I think that's all I want to say about Patti. And that interview, she's been very low key. There was some really good footage of her singing at like this private event a couple of weeks ago, with John being, I think he was on the piano, and yeah. All right, thanks for listening to this podcast. Let me know what you think. Um, Definitely sending like blessings, whatever this means, but sending positivity and love and appreciation to Toni Braxton and her voice and her music, um, and her health, because we love Toni Braxton. We definitely love Toni Braxton in this household. We love the Libra album. We love the second album. The first album, everybody loves the first album, but I really feel like the second album is a banger. And I also feel like Libra is a banger. Now I kind of like the Heat has some really good songs off of the Heat. Um More Than a Woman, I think that's what the album is called. It's all right. No, it's not even all right. I don't know any good songs off of that album, except for maybe Hit the Freeway, whatever that song was. And you know what? Toni Braxton's story is just so like fascinating to me. I was really disappointed in her book when she was in her book. She didn't talk more about The Secret, about like making the Secrets album. I know we got a little bit behind this. She was like talking about, I don't think she said this in the book. Maybe she said this in an interview or something about how um, she was hesitant to work with Babyface, and she didn't. No, 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 no. She had to sue Babyface and LaFace and oh, that man. Let me see. This is one I wanted to talk about. Excuse me. What's his name? That bald head black man. L.A. Reid. She said she wanted to. She didn't want to sue them, but she had to. And then it was just like they were like her musical family. And then her and Babyface are like, "This is my brother." And so he's like, she's like, "I didn't want to sue him, but I had to, and I felt weird doing it, but you know, he had to go on to the stand." And I can't find. Now it's nowhere to be found. Does she have this article scrubbed? This is hilarious. She was just like on my Twitter, talking about Mariah's not going to be able to get another hit. Oh, here it is. No, whatever. Okay, I'm over it. Um, but I just wanted more about the secrets because spawned her couple of number ones, Let It Flow on Break My Heart, and You're Making Me High, and those beautiful videos, especially Let It Flow is such a beautiful video. Um, and then she went into like how she was dating like a couple of guys during like the Secrets tour. I think she said she like noticed like I think she said during the Secrets era, she kind of noticed her health not being 100% like it usually was. I think that's when like the lupus started to set in, or beginnings of the lupus. Um, and I think she said she married Carrie because, or she didn't want to really marry Carrie, but she did it anyways. And then they got a divorce. I mean, they stayed together forever, and I don't think he was really working, and she was in Vegas and dealing with her son with autism and trying to figure it out and trying to figure out her own health, and then the book just kind of ended there. Like her book wasn't that great, but anyways, click around. Thanks for listening to the Dare Show podcast. Okay, bye.